Coming up, we'll see the Chargers and the Chiefs, a series that's been all KC lately, having won 12 of their last 14 meetings. It's Week 3 in the National Football League, and it's next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, everybody loves to see the deep ball. We know that. We got a couple of quarterbacks here who can really sling it. Justin Herbert of the Chargers, Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs.
I like your point there, partner, because it is back in vogue. And what I mean is taking the shots downfield, because for a long time in this league, it was all about precision passing, the West Coast offense. But now we've got a couple of guys here who'll take some shots downfield, and they have some receivers who can go get it.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Joe Reed returning. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chargers set to go on offense for the first time, and they are led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020. Now in his second season out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
About the only thing that didn't go right for Justin Herbert in his rookie season, the team's overall record. The Offensive Rookie of the Year in the NFL was the fourth rookie with over 4,000 yards passing, just 38 yards short of the rookie record set by Andrew Luck in 2012. In addition, he set the single-season record for passing touchdowns by a rookie with 31, breaking the mark of Cleveland's Baker Mayfield. This young man's potential, limitless. That's why so many people wanted to be the next head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers and help open up the stadium big in 2021.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Chris Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes now in his 5th season with the Chiefs, ready to bring out this high-powered Kansas City offense for the first time.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, this defense for the Chargers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The throw over the middle taken in. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
So if we count real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Out of the gun, Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. The tackle there by Ben Neiman. So for the Chargers, it's their first meeting this year against the AFC champs. And these two division rivals, they go back to the AFL days. But this, Charles, kind of a measuring stick game, you feel like, for a young Chargers team.
It certainly is, because when you match up with Kansas City, who has dominated in recent years and feels like they'll continue to dominate for the foreseeable future, you've got to have a reason for optimism. And this team, under new management with a new head coach, and they feel like they've made some great strides in free agency in the draft. They feel like they can go ahead and start pursuing Kansas City once again.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. This defense for the Chiefs, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 4 catches, 65 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Herbert off of play action. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now it's Herbert. And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Here comes Reed. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Chargers to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Personal foul, roughing the pass, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. So just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, and brought in by the tight end Cook. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. Herbert now. Finding Williams once more, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Let's go one more.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
A good rookie season for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I do believe a lot of people thought that he would be more of a factor in the passing game for KC last year. Remember, he had 55 catches his final season at LSU. Wound up with only 36 as a rookie with the Chiefs. I expect that number to only go up. Remember, he missed a few games down the stretch with injury.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the...
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
Good play there by Frank Clark. Only 6 sacks in 2020, the fewest since his rookie year of 2015. But don't let that small number fool you. Provides consistent pressure against quarterbacks, a Pro Bowler the last 2 seasons.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On the give, this is Eckler, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On is the punter Long here as he sends this one away.
Watch out for Hill on the return. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The return is Reed.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 26. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, Eckler, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Play action. It's Herbert.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Steven Anderson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. And out come the Chiefs now. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just wanted you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Herbert. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Herbert. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, you got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They got 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here is Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Good job.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. It's Kelsey on the ground. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. The LA offense ready for this next possession. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On the ground, it's Eckler across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for him.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Hill, the intended receiver once again. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now here's Mahomes.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Herbert now.
Herbert has it knocked free. I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
A little careless with the football. He also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now down to 20. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Running on first down, Eckler. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's Eckler again. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. And now Anderson is slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now Eckler might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home.